Sevilla taking on Atleti. Sevilla coming into this one as the favourites, many seeing them as Real Madrid's most likely challengers this season. But talking about managers not holding back on what they've got to say, there's lots of talk about the future of Joao Felix. And when Atleti manager Diego Simeone was asked if he understood that Joao Felix wants to leave, he actually pretty much said team first. That shouldn't come as a surprise to us, Jules, but this is Joao Felix. This is a very talented player, and it doesn't seem as though it's working out for him at Atleti.
No, that's right. It's just not the right fit, I think. And I think we know it. I think Diego Simeone knows it. I think Joao Felix knows it as well. When they bought him, and they bought him, remember, for a lot of money, 125 million euros, for someone who had one amazing season at Benfica, of course he had. But that was really the first one he had at professional level. And yet they signed him to change something in the way they were playing, and that's admirable, no problem. The problem is they didn't really change, and Joao Felix didn't really have the impact. He had injuries, he was up and down, and now he hasn't worked. I think they need to let him go to a club that will suit him better, where he will fit better, where he will feel better as well, and recoup some of the money and that enormous fee that they paid for him only 3.5 years ago, 3 years ago now. And I think everybody will be better for it. But right now, it's not working. We've seen that in the Champions League. There's games he doesn't come on. There's games he comes on, plays well, but it's not consistently enough. And it's not the similar. So it's not going to work.
Can we put this down to a mistake on both sides then, Ale?
Well, yeah, even further on in that press conference, in the interview, they asked Diego Simeone about Joao Felix a second time. And he went as far as to say, look, it's not just here at Atletico Madrid that he has these issues. It's with Portugal as well, with the national team, that sometimes he plays well, and other times he doesn't start. And it's almost as if it's an indirect way of Diego Simeone saying, if it's happening here in Atletico Madrid, and it's happening in Portugal, and the common denominator is Joao Felix, maybe the problem is not me, it's not Atletico Madrid, it's not Portugal, it's Joao Felix. That relationship of a player who is attack-minded, who wants to have a free role in a team that doesn't have free roles, well, it's just simply not a good fit. It doesn't feel like this is where Joao Felix could thrive, and it doesn't feel like Diego Simeone is all that interested in seeing Joao Felix thriving, unless it means he's going to win games consistently. And he doesn't get that from Joao Felix, and so therefore there is no trust. And if Simeone doesn't trust you, he's not going to play you. And if Joao Felix is not going to play, he better go somewhere else.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.